Hello. Right. Just want to touch on a bit more about Major Zod in Disciple, where he meets Lois Lane and gives her a certain, what he calls a lucky charm of some sort. It's actually a symbol for their Kryptonian deity or god known as Rao, and obviously we all remember earlier in the season when Tess unveiled a new building that was being built, and Zod wanting to use said building to convert the yellow sun to red, therefore allowing the Kandorians to have their Kryptonian powers. Now we all know how it is they don't have their powers. We know that Jor-El fused the purple orb with blue kryptonite, allowing for all their DNAs to have no powers on the yellow sun. I think there's still speculation or confusion rather as to how their powers work under the red sun, as it were, and how it is that Clark's powers still don't work, even it's not really, the sun isn't really red, it's just been masked over with some sort of, radiation, as it were, which mimics the red sun of Krypton. Therefore Clark doesn't have his powers, but the Kandorians do have their powers, so there's still that confusion there. So we then go back to the episode of Kandor itself, when Jor-El was found, and then he goes back to Smallville, because we all know that I think it was season 2 or 3, Jor-El had already visited Smallville back in like the 30s or 40s, and he must have left something at that time, because obviously when he came back in Kandor, the first thing he did was visited the farm. And what we find at the end of that episode was that he was looking for something. At the time we didn't know what it was. All we know was that he took out this green sort of octagon shaped shield that had the markings of the journal that he left when he first visited Smallville, and there's a possibility that, well, according to Major Zod, the Book of Rao is somewhere on Earth, which is why he gave that symbol to Lois. Lois tells Clark about said symbol, although Clark does not really know what the symbol itself means. He knows that the symbol is about, it just basically says Rao on the actual symbol. As Zod says to everyone is saying, I think her name is Fiora, his wife, that Clark did not recognise the symbol, as as to say, yeah, I've seen that before, I know exactly what you're looking for, kind of thing. But even if Clark did know what the symbol was, would he really tell Zod? No, of course he wouldn't. So the fact that he didn't know about that gives us indication that Clark has no idea that what Jor-El was actually doing in Smallville as well. Only Chloe has an idea as to what Jor-El was doing in Smallville. She knows that he was at the farm, not sure what he was doing there anyway. So here's what I'm thinking. The Book of Rao must be hidden either in the caves or somewhere in the Kent farm. And Jor-El must know how to access the Book of Rao with that green symbol shield that he was taking out. So the question remains is, what is contained within this book? Okay, what is in that book? Is it the answer for them to allow them to get their powers, to convert this yellow sun to red by using the building that is being built, or is it like their Bible? I don't know. It's got to be something like that. So all this speculation is mounting. I mean, I'm sure we will find out by the end of the season anyway exactly what is going on. But it is a good sort of alternate sort of story, as it were, because obviously we've been to the future. We know what is likely to happen should the building, obviously the building is being built. If you notice though, I mean, when I looked at the when I watched Disciple and I looked at towards the end of the episode, and you see the building itself, it pretty much looked like it had been finished. But if you notice closely, you'll still see there are actually a couple of cranes still up in the air. So it's not fully finished, but it's almost finished, as it were. So it kind of begs the question: what is contained with this book? What information is in that book? I'm still not sure. I'm still confused as to how they actually convert the yellow sun to red. I know that Chloe and Oliver explained it in Pandora, but even I was still sitting there watching it over and over again, that particular section, thinking, what exactly did they do? I still don't understand, you know, kind of thing. Obviously people are still asking, how is it that Alia, the woman who came back from the future with Lois, how was she able to still have her powers under the yellow sun? Again, we don't know that. So all those questions are all being asked. Hopefully we will get the answers before the end of the season. I am particularly interested in wanting to know how they actually do manage to change the sun and how they get their powers. How is it that, with the fact that their DNA is fused with blue kryptonite, how does the red sun allow them to have powers? You know, so that's definitely a question and a half. So let me know what you guys think, because I know you're all asking as well. I know everyone's got their speculation and their thoughts and their theories. Let me know what you think, and I'm sure eventually the truth will eventually, well, not the truth, but the story will eventually unfold. We will eventually find out exactly what the book is, what the book contains, where the book is kept, if anyone else might even have access to the book besides Jor-El. You know, it's got to be, I'm guessing it's hidden somewhere in the caves. Is it me, or when was the last time we actually revisited the Kawachi Caves, by the way? Can anyone remember that? Because I can't even remember. I can only go back as far as season 4 being the last time that the cave was accessed. I know that there was a symbol that came about earlier. I think it was in season 8. We might have revisited the caves back then. I don't know, but if anyone can answer that, that'd be great. So anyway, again, this has been a very long ass video. I apologise for that, but you know what I'm like when things go into my head and people are asking me questions regarding certain bits of Smallville, I start to ponder it myself, and I tend to get a bit carried away with what I'm saying and things like that. So by all means, give us what you think as well. Let me know what you think. What I said slightly accurate as well to what you believe as well? We know now that Zod is getting really bad. That's all I'm going to say. He's approaching the General Zod status as far as I'm concerned. He wants his powers. He wants to use them for what he intends to use them for. No matter what it's going to take, he will make sure that he gets his powers. And if Clark has to suffer for it, then so be it, as far as he's concerned. As far as he's concerned, Clark is not Kryptonian. He's more human than he is Kryptonian, even though Clark is now embracing his Kryptonian heritage and, you know, his destiny and everything. Zod is gonna, yeah. So there's no chance for Clark trying to befriend Zod in any shape, manner or form, because it's not going to work at all. So let me know what you think, and I'll speak to you later.